starting with Amazon, not all of us have got thousands to lose, and I can very much relate to it. I used to be a math teacher for 10 years, so therefore I had a monthly wage of 2,000 whilst also supporting a family, so I couldn't afford to lose that amount of money. Now, what I've done here today, I've created a video with the 7 mistakes that I've done on my Amazon FBA journey since 2021, and I really hope you can learn from it. Unfortunately, I have lost a few thousands from it, and I'm hoping that if you're just starting with Amazon, you can watch the whole video and learn from those mistakes. Mistake number 1 is picking the wrong business model. When it comes to Amazon, you can sell under 3 business models. You can sell under arbitrage, wholesale, or private label. Each of them have got the benefits, but each of them have got the negatives too. So let's start with arbitrage. Arbitrage is something that you do. You can go either online or a retail store, buy an item that is discounted price and sell on Amazon for an inflated price. Why would a customer buy an item for an inflated price on Amazon? Next day delivery. You're buying that convenience. That's what you're doing. So of course you need low capital to start with that. But what's going to happen is you're going to have quite a lot of competition out there. So you might be thinking, this item looks quite good. There's only 3 different people selling it. And the week after, you've got 30 people on that listing. Yes, I know it happens. The next business model we've got is wholesale. You're thinking, well, what's the point of me going to Tesco and Sainsbury's? I can just contact the wholesaler or I contact the brand order directly. It sounds like a brilliant idea, and it can be, and it can work for a lot of people. Personally, for me, it didn't work. I did Amazon wholesale for toys. And what happened is I bought advent calendars at £17 2 weeks before Christmas. Actually, sorry, 2 weeks before December. Brilliant period. And the week after, Sainsbury's decided to cut me by £10. So even though I was buying for £17, Sainsbury's had it the week after for £7. How could I physically compete with that price? It cost me thousands, because I did buy a few of them, because advent calendars, believe it or not, sell well at December. Who would know? But yeah, it cost me quite a lot of money. The third model is a private label. This is the model that I use at the moment in time, is where I import goods from China. I have got my own trademark, so therefore I can put my brand on those goods from China and sell it on Amazon. Now, what is the positive of it? The positive of that is once you sell under your listing, you've got no competition. What is the negatives? The negatives is you've got to get it right, okay? You've got to do the research behind it. You've got to look at the figures if it works and pick that product. No one else is going to find that product but you. Mistake number 2 is not getting a test order or not being clear about what material needs to be used for your item when it comes to your supplier. Now, unfortunately, I lost money with that case because I just wasn't clear about what material I wanted for my item. I just went with what the description was on the Alibaba website and I didn't ask the question. So of course, what happened? The supplier cut the corner. I expected to get an item with memory foam on it and ended up getting styrofoam. So my item gone from 27 quid sale price all the way down to 14. So yes, I lost quite a bit of money there for us. I was able to get a partial refund from Alibaba, just to note for yourselves, because the description on the website was different, but I should have done the legwork. I should have been smarter. I should have asked for images. I should have asked for video and what material the item's made of, or do a test order. And if you're thinking, well, a test order might cost quite a bit to bring it up from China, what you can do a test order from buying from someone in the UK that is selling a similar item, and you can find what the item looks like. Mistake number 3 is running out of stock. Amazon will penalize you if you're out of stock. How's that, you ask? Well, if you're an arbitrage model seller or wholesale model seller, what they're going to do is they're simply going to award the buy box. That means is the massive box when you go on Amazon with the price. They're going to award that to another seller that has got more stock than you. But if you are the only seller on that listing, what tends to happen is the organic rank of your item gets depreciated. All that PPC cost that you spend on advertising gets lost. You've got to relaunch effectively the product again. So yeah, running out of stock is something that I did not recommend doing. It is probably the first thing you've got to be looking is always your inventory management. And there's ways and copy mechanisms for it. You can even set alerts on apps like Helium 10 that will notify you that, by the way, you're running out of stock. So one of the worst things you can do as an Amazon seller. Mistake number 4. Mistake number 4 is reviews. If you're thinking that reviews automatically mean sales, unfortunately they do not. And I wish I knew that just before I paid quite a lot of money for Amazon reviews. So an Amazon review program is a program where you can effectively give away 30 items and get 30 reviews back. So I paid 140 quid to enroll that product on the Amazon review product, plus I gave away 30 units. So what did that end up happening? Of course, I got my 28 reviews, which is not bad, but the item still didn't sell. Why is that? I just simply bought it to competitive category and I'd paid too much from the supplier in China. That's why the product didn't sell. It took me a year and a half to sell that product, and I had to take the loss on it. I had to take a loss of 2 quid per unit So therefore I sold 500 units and I lost £1,000 on that product. It was a really bad decision of myself. Mistake number 5 comes from my arbitrage days, and please do not sell under a private label brand. Say for example, I am Nikos Markos and I've got this trademark and I've created a listing under the brand Nikos Markos on Amazon. My alter ego part-time thrifter decides that he wants to sell on this listing. Well, what I can do is I can issue an intellectual property claim because they're violating my trademark, and I can knock him off the listing. So what's going to happen to part-time thrifter's account? He's going to get a violation, and if he receives multiple violations, he risks an account deactivation. So very important to not be listing under private label brands, because too many violations will risk your account health and hence losing money from sale. Mistake number 6 is starting with variations. It might seem like a very good idea to have 5 or 6 different variations and give the option of choices for the customer. It means that you've got to do 5 times the legwork or 6 times the legwork, because you've got to have all the images, you've got to do all the advertising again, you've got to create 6 different listings on your item. I want you to understand that you can always add variations later on. So please, yeah, start with your item. If it sells well, then add variations to it. My experience, it was that I just asked my wife, can I have 5 different variation colors that you picked? And she said 5 colors. So I picked those 5 colors. What I should have done is I've done the research and figured out what other sellers selling and what colors are they picking if I'd chosen to do that. But I'll be honest with you, I received all the items and I was just overwhelmed of all the different variations that I had to create on all the different listings. So please start with one and then add the variations for yourselves. Mistake number 7 is overbuying. If you're doing private label and you're selling 200 units per month, maybe 1,000 units order is something quite big and you shouldn't really be doing, because what's going to happen is you're going to have storage cost fees on those items. But from my arbitrage days, the mistakes that I did of overbuying is thinking, I've got a really good deal with these Marvel figures, I'm going to buy 40 of them because they're selling quite well. What happens is you're going to have another seller that's got exactly the same idea with yourselves and they end up undercutting you. And the only way to have it as a copy mechanism is you end up having this item and storing it until it goes as a retired figure, and then you can sell it for the profit that you wanted. Otherwise, you're just losing money. It's just one of those things. When it comes to the arbitrage model, unfortunately, you will have competition, i.e. other sellers selling under the same listing. Now, if you're just new or starting Amazon FBA and you've got any questions after this video, I've got the link below in the description for yourself so you can get in contact with myself. If you can like, subscribe, that'd be amazing. And if you're thinking, how do I do product research? I've got a video just here where you can watch me using helium temp to find a product that I could sell on Amazon. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and let's keep smashing it.